Welcome to 2023. Are people about to walk off a cliff? Hey everybody, Scott Walters, buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Happy New Year's. Welcome to 2023. Whew. Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Guess what we did in 2020, 2021, 2022? We produced, artificially, the biggest housing bubble ever recorded in world history. Overnight appreciation to never seen before highs with a money dump, market manipulation. So many people are really unaware. Today we're going to go outside and just do some people watching as we continue the conversation. I always like the people watch. As a trained salesman, I always say, throw the playbook out the window. The data won't save you. So come down to the psychology of people, the psychology of sales. And it's my job to connect with people on a personal level. And I've been very grateful and appreciative, and thank you, to be able to do it here with you guys, my audience, as we raise awareness, ring the bell, sound the alarm, read between the lines, and look between the cracks and examine the health and the fitness of the U.S. housing market and the U.S. economy. Whew, mouthful. Anytime we've had bubble behavior exhibited in the housing market, they've always crashed. So I had to politely disagree with industry professionals trying to cheerlead this, saying this time would be different. It's always been something different. The only thing that's going to be different potentially about this bubble is probably going to be worse. I hate to say it too. Hate to say it, but I know as I raise awareness, wake people up so they are able to operate within it more efficiently because they're not blindsided like a deer in the headlights. If and when this thing plays out, they're going to be able to operate within it much more efficiently. Unfortunately, many people are walking around that you're seeing on the streets today unaware of that. How do I know that, you ask? Well, for one, I'm a trained salesman. For two, that was me in the 2008 era. I remember hearing people talk about, well, recession's here. Recession, huh? People getting laid off. Okay, well, I'm buying a house. I'm still good to go. This time is different. This time is different. I'm different. I'm special. That's what it was. I probably thought I was special. Now, a lot of humility was poured into this guy, and so now I put others' needs before my own. I've had my rewards in life are in direct proportion to my contribution. I'm contributing, putting others' needs before my own, putting them on the sidelines, earning their business later. Whew. Busy we are indeed. I'm helping a lot of you as we speak right now because you're seeing it. You're like, Scott, I'm seeing it. 50% off houses in my backyard. You were right when everybody said you were crazy. You were right. And I'm not here to be right. I'm just here to do my thing. So today we're going to go ahead and continue this conversation of how many people are really ready for what's coming in 2023 and how many people are not. So let's jump outside. Then we'll meet back here and wrap it up. Let's get going. All right, friends, let's pick up the conversation out in rainy Southern California. So today we're going to go ahead and just take a little walk and talk as we look around and check people and see how they're looking, see how they're feeling. And a lot of people are clueless to what's right around the corner. The fact that we overheated the biggest asset class in the world, the U.S. housing market, and anytime that's happened, they've in fact crashed 100% of the time. So we have to ask ourselves, how many people do you come in contact with? How many people do you cross on the street that understand a recession is right here knocking at the door? Now, many people have heard people talk about recession, but have they heeded to the warnings? Do they understand the magnitude of the waters that we're swimming in? Well, as a trained salesman, it's my job to always temperature check and read people and see what they're thinking. And what I see out there is many people clueless to the facts that we're heading into a deep cycle recession. We're entering the recessionary level of the downturn, exiting the correction phase. Most of us can agree that the real estate market is in fact correcting. And if we can't stop it there, it's going to enter into a recessionary level of a downturn. And while 100% of economists now predict we will, in fact, in 2023, be in a recession, we are just on the front end of this one. We have to continue to monitor it as we move forward. So, of course, like we always talk about, the U.S. housing market is the biggest asset class in the world and capable of crashing the whole economy. But as we're just entering in The recessionary levels now, this one has to play out. 2023 will be a huge year. So we have to ask ourselves, how many people out there, what's the percentage of the population that are prepared for this? Well, my guess is less than half have even heard the words recession or understand the fact that we're heading into a recession. Out of that 50%, maybe half of them, 25%, actually have done a little preparation. It now becomes how prepared. How prepared are people really? Have they saved money? Have they put their money away? Have they saved their cash for a crash or a rainy day? My guess is they didn't, because they got tricked, bamboozled by the stimulus era and spent money much differently than they would have had they already been in an economic downturn. So as inflation is our hidden tax, a runaway train, it's left the station, it's not coming back. Most people are going to be blindsided by this one, a deer in the headlights, unable to operate within it efficiently. So I want to congratulate everybody who's stuck with this channel and understands the level, the magnitude, the severity of what in fact is knocking at our door. Like we've always talked about, 3 levels of an economic downturn: correction, which we're exiting; recession, which we're entering; and if we can't stop it there, an economic downturn and a depressionary level is actually knocking at the door if we can't do that. Most people have no idea of what we just talked about. It's going to be our job to continue to raise awareness, ring the bell, sound the alarm, read between the lines, look between the cracks, and let people know they might want to buckle up and insulate themselves the best they know how. Now, let's get back to the studio so we can wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back. So that's just a little look outside where I live, people walking around. I love walking around. I know many of you do as well. Reading people. I love dealing with people. That's what, as a salesman, I'm just so fortunate because I love people. I love to talk to people. And I love to provide a valuable service. It's not like I'm selling some BS course that has, I mean, so many scams out there, selling some scam course. Click here, join my subscription and email list and Patreon, and I'll give you what. No, you've got to be willing to give of your time and your services. Your rewards will be in direct proportion to your contribution. Am I contributing? If I try to squeeze you guys, no. Man, whew, insane this stuff, right? So the realities is this, friends, and final thoughts as I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see not only win in real estate, win in life. First of all, I hope you had a great New Year's and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Everything was good for you. Trust that it was. Many people are going to not have such a good 2023 because they're unaware of what we're talking about. Anytime the housing market has exhibited bubble behavior, they've crashed 100% of the time. So for this one not to crash, it would take a miracle. And while I believe in miracles, I don't believe in artificially created housing bubbles being able to sustain themselves. Correction, recession, depression, 3 levels of an economic downturn. We are exiting the correction phase, entering the recession phase. My message has always been save your cash for the crash, save it for a rainy day, save it for whatever you need to save it for. It's better to be prepared and have something not happen than not be prepared and have it happen and be unprepared. Be greedy when others are fearful, fearful when others are greedy. There was a lot of greed in the stimulus era, and many of the smart people got on the sidelines, sold off a lot of their stuff. A lot of people wished they had sold off their stocks and their houses at the height. They didn't. They're taking huge hits right now. The wealth effect that was created caused them to spend differently. This new utopia that people wanted to sell you is happening. It ain't happening. We are going to have equilibrium come back to the markets. It's always happened. My concern with this one is it's going to probably be more significant than anything we've experienced in our lifetime because of the nature of which it was constructed. It took a lockdown and an overstimulation of an economy, a world economy, to produce this one. Anybody that wants to minimize the severity of the waters we're swimming in now, I'd have to politely disagree. A lot of people wanted to tell you this time will be different. 2008 was due to loose lending. Every single bubble has always had the pinprick be something different. This won't be the loose lending this time. It's going to be the stimulus era. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there. And if you enjoyed this video, another video is going to be coming in your screen I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.